Hey everybody, Pastor Woody here. Let's talk about it. Options, choices you have when your trip of a lifetime, your tour of Israel comes to an end. That's right, you've got choices. Now, the choice that most people make at that point is simply to take the transfer to Ben Gurion International Airport in Tel Aviv, board the return flight to the United States, return to the U.S., and after a couple days of jet lag, get together with family and friends and tell them all about your trip of a lifetime that you just experienced in the Holy Land. Now, option number 2 is that you disconnect from Imagine Travel, which has managed all of your tour up until this point, and you stay in Israel or go anywhere else in the world on your own. That's right. What I mean by that is, you then go do whatever you want to do, and you have booked the rooms, you rented the car, you got the visa, you made the flights. You're going on your own to go do whatever you want to do after our tour is over. We all say goodbye. We go our way, you go yours. Everybody's happy. All right? Now, option number 3, which is what I want to talk to you about, is that you remain connected to Imagine Travel, and you take one of the 4 extensions that they are offering. Now, if you take one of their extensions, then they are booking the rooms, they are booking the transportation, they are working to get the visas, they are helping with the border crossing, they are providing the meals, all of that, okay? So, the advantage to taking one of their extensions is that you remain under the management and you are of Imagine Travel, and you may be traveling with people you have already met during your tour of Israel. Now, let's talk about the first of those extensions, which is an extension to Jordan. All right, a 4-day extension. So here's what happens. You get up on Friday morning, you head to the Allenby Bridge, you do the crossing over into Jordan. Again, Imagine works with the visas, the crossing, all of that. And it's going to take a little while just to make that crossing, but you make that crossing, and then from there, you go to this place called Nebo. Now, that's an ancient city. It's been around for a long, long time. And one of the things of interest for a Christian traveler in that city is that there's this large but ancient map of the Holy Land, which has some insights to it based upon how they have that map laid out. Kind of an interesting stop. And my guess is this is also your lunch stop, even though it doesn't say that exactly here in the itinerary. My guess is that's it. And then from there, you're going to go to another nearby town, but our interest isn't what's in the town. The interest is in what's on the top of about a 2,000-foot hill where King Herod had a fortress. That's right, King Herod of the Bible had a fortress on the east side, the Jordanian side of the Jordan River. Now remember, there was no nation of Jordan then, okay? So this is Israeli territory, and he had an overlook so he could see the Jordan Valley, and he could see anything approaching from the east as well. And what is of interest, it's an infamous place, not only because of who constructed it and owned it, King Herod, but also that's where he beheaded John the Baptist. So you'll see this location. Then you'll make your way from there to Petra and the city that the Petra is in, and you'll spend the night there. You'll have dinner there provided. You get up the next day, beautiful hotel, get up the next day, breakfast provided. And then you go and spend all day in Petra. Now, Petra is a very, very interesting place. I've been there. I actually have a photo in my office of a time when I was there. This is the kind of the poster board tourist attraction photo that you take. So of one of the most famous locations, the treasury there in Petra. Now, what happens is you walk back through these very narrow, gigantic cliff walls, and you walk down this path through them, and you come out right at this spot, and you can see the scale. Here are people down here. Here's this whole thing, and when you come out into this clearing right here, and you see this, you're like, no way. No way. How did this happen? How could this happen? So an amazing thing, but it's not just that. This complex goes on and on and on, and there is a lot to explore back in the area of Petra. Now, what's interesting as well is that some people think that during the tribulation that some Jews will flee to Petra. That can't be 100% verified, but there's some scriptures that seem to point in that direction. Now, you'll spend almost all your whole day there in Petra. And I have to say about this extension, there's a lot of walking, Now, there are some folks that are there, some nomads that have they have camels, they have horses, they have carriages. For a few bucks, you can get them to carry you around, which you'll almost definitely want to do on the way out, because it's just a gentle grade all the way down into Petra, which is fine on the way in. Guess which way it is on the way out? Up. And even though it's just a gentle grade, you've been out there all day. And so, but it's a fascinating spot. From there, you go to Amman, Jordan, a beautiful, beautiful city, and spend the night there. And the next day, you come back over toward the Jordan River, and one of the principal places you see is Mount Nebo. Now, Mount Nebo, where Moses overlooked the Promised Land. Remember, Moses couldn't make it in, right? He was forbidden from making it in, but he saw the Promised Land from there. And in fact, if it's a clear day, you can see all the way to Jerusalem and the Mount of Olives from this place. That's how compressed the geography is. So it's a fascinating place to visit. And you'll make your way back. You have to, again, go through the border and make your way back into Israel, and then across Israel, which is very narrow, back over to Tel Aviv. And there, you're going to go back to spend the night, I think it is. I think you're either getting back, depending upon when your plane is, you're either going directly to the airport or you're spending the night. But I think that there is a dinner provided as part of this tour. Anyway, it's Petra is one of those places that it is worth seeing if you have the energy and the stamina to do the walking. All right, I'll come back and talk about the other extensions in some next videos. God bless you guys, and we'll see you back soon. Bye-bye.